Okay. Yes, Peter.
And just one thing for me, which is a little bit of my practice, is to, when I'm with other people, is to be silent, and allowing them to say what they want to say, and kind of not having my part of it is not saying anything or not having a conversation, but just listening and being there and allowing it to come in, and not always looking for a retort or a response or whatever. Just kind of okay, like that. So
Yeah.
just wanted to share that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that is
that
such.
is such.
It's such a
It's such
great.
a great.
It's such a great point. Um, and I know this personally. I think it's this way for a lot of people, and I know it sometimes still is for me. Used to be a lot for me, which is when people engage in what they call conversation. It isn't really conversation. What it is two people, each one waiting for the other one to stop talking so you can say the thing that you're mentally rehearsing. You all know what I'm talking about? Does this ring a bell? I see some people smiling wryly, indicating, yeah, we've experienced that. I'm just waiting. I'm getting my thing, getting my sentence just perfectly phrased in my mind, waiting for this guy to finally stop talking so I can say my clever thing. And and constructing clever sentences is like that's my day job. So it was very easy for
Easy
me to
for me to
fall into
fall into
that.
that.
So,
So,
Peter,
Peter,
for some
for some
reason you're
reason, you're
feeding
feeding
back. So
back. So
I'm
please,
sorry. Yeah, I was going to say
please.
something else,
Y-
but so I turned the
okay,
volume
go
Okay,
ahead.
down.
go ahead.
Uh, I think it's also a good way of just being able to hear what somebody else is actually saying. Because exactly as you say, while talking about something, you are constructing your own retorts to that, your own response to that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But if you just give that up, then what you can hear is what's there that is being said, and not really need to have any kind of response. So that's all I wanted to say.
Yeah. And can you see how similar that is to what we do in meditation? Right? I mean, meditation is the discovery. When we first go in to meditate, it's like we think we're going to make something happen. We're going to impose our will, our plan, our agenda, our strategy. We're going to impose that on the proceedings. We're going to, as we could put it, we're going to have our say, right? And we keep trying to do that, and it keeps not working. And finally, either suddenly or gradually, we give up trying to have our say, trying to have our way, and we just open to what's there. That's like listening. That's listening. So, in that sense, we can make listening to others, that's a form of meditation. That really is. And it's very interesting that in in Jewish tradition, the great central mantra of Jewish spirituality. What's the first word, Jacob?
Shema.
Shema, hear. Shema, hear. Open your ears. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel. Who is Israel? Israel is
Hmm.
is Jacob. Jacob's the one who wrestles with the angel. You who've been wrestling with the angel of life and death, the angel of doubt and faith, the angel of spirituality and confusion. You who've been wrestling, you can stop wrestling now. You can open your ears and hear. Hear, O Israel. And when we hear, when we open our ears, what do we hear? What do we discover? Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Right? Jacob, you can help me out with this. There's a plural form, a word for God, the gods, and there's a singular.
Yeah, Elohim is the plural.
Yeah. Elohim.
Achad just means one.
Achad is one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very similar to Eka, one in Sanskrit.
right.
Oneness. So when we open our ears, stop wrestling, stop trying to meditate, stop trying to make our statement, and listen. Listen to the other, listen to the meditation happen by itself, listen to God, listen to the infinite. What do we discover? That there's the divine plurality of all this stuff. Right? Oh, but my love for my wife is divine. Oh, the movies and the art and the music that I love, they're divine. And then, there's all this plurality of divinity. The world is divine, nature and the trees and the sky. And then, there's the Echad, there's the one divine, whereas the plurality has all these characteristics, color and shape and texture and names and forms. The Echad has nothing. This is why in Judaism you don't make any representations of the one divine. Any representation is going to be misleading. It's going to lead to confusion. Right? So what do we find out? All of this plurality of divine plurality, all these forms are one and the same as the individual, the one that has no form, that has no qualities. Or as it says in Buddhist terms, right, in the Heart Sutra, form is no other than emptiness, emptiness is no other than form. As it says in the Hindu Vedic terms and the Upanishads, all this is nothing but that. Same message over and over. And now, Bill, today you've made the great discovery of that, which is looking out through the lens of purported individuality, looking out at this. Right? You've made that discovery. And then the further discovery eventually is as we keep hanging out, getting a clearer sense of hanging out as that and looking at this more and more, we find out that they're one and the same, which sounds impossible. It's a great mystery, but that's the end of the movie. Yeah, David?
So I was thinking about what Peter said, and as a practice, if we don't respond in meditation, we don't respond to the thoughts, the feelings, the emotions. We're listening.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Sometimes people who've not practiced meditation will ask, well, what's the difference between prayer and meditation? And one way to answer that is, in prayer we're talking, in meditation we're listening.